Hello mountain bikers everywhere and welcome to Old Man in Lycra. Yep, this is the mountain bike show for the aged. On this channel you're not going to see any of this or this and none of this. But this week we're looking at advanced skills with Harry. Stay tuned. Harry just makes it look all so easy. But can I manage to conquer the wheelie? Let's take a look.
Yeah, the biggest hurdle to learning advanced skill is motivation. If you've got the motivation, you will get there because you'll practice hard enough and you'll do the necessary steps to learn advanced skills. And one of the steps is to take your cleats off, put on sneakers, get some flat pedals and try riding flat pedals for a while. The reason you do that is because when you do all the fundamentals from the throw, the bunny hop, the manual, the jump, if you start doing all those things with flat pedals, then you're absolutely sure that you're doing it correctly because there's no influence of being clipped into the pedals to lift up the bike. It's a very honest reflection of your fundamental skill. And the second advantage of flat pedals is that it gives you a huge amount of confidence in corners because you can easily take your foot off, dab it in the corner, put it back on the big platform. So you end up cornering a lot more aggressively and with a lot more confidence, and that really pushes your skill up to the next level. So you're coming down a trail and there's a corner coming up and the surface is pretty loose. Take your foot out and you can dab it on easily. And you're coming up to a corner, dab your foot, off you go.
I just feel the front wheel's going to wash very slowly around there.
Nice.
Weight on the outside.
The throw is the fundamental skill or fundamental movement of all these tricks. And the benefit of that for an average rider is that when they're going down a trail and they approach an obstacle, whether it's some roots, a rock or a log, they need to be able to get the front wheel over that obstacle, not by lifting the bike up with their arms, but by throwing the bike forward and getting the front wheel unweighted. And then the second step of the unweighting is shifting your weight forward and unweighting the back wheel. So you've thrown the bike forward, unweighted it, and you've cleared the obstacle. So we've come to the suburbs to learn about the wheelie and the manual. Wheeling is easy to learn on a slight uphill gradient, so this street is perfect. Slight gradient going up this way to practice the wheelie, and then coming down for the manual. You need a bit of gravity for the manual because you're not pedaling. So once you're up on your back wheel, you need a bit of gravity to pull you along, whereas the wheelie, you're pedaling to stay up, and it's nice to go up on a slight gentle slope to help you to get the front wheel up. So the fundamentals of the wheelie and the manual are exactly the same, and that's what we learned in the first lesson. It's the throw. It's all about the throw. Everything is about throwing the bike forward, letting your arms extend, keeping them straight, and pivoting off the back wheel by dropping your heels and pivoting on the back wheel. And you do the throw and just carry on pedaling. Do the throw, pedal. Keeping your arms straight. Common mistake for wheeling is to bend your arms and pull the bike towards you. Keep them straight and relax. When you start wheeling, going uphill slightly slower is a bit better. You use the gradient to get up, straight arms, nice and relaxed, looking ahead, finger on the back brake, and just feathering it. You've got to get that sensitivity over the back brake. Now you should choose your gear carefully so that you're not spinning too fast, that your pedal stroke actually throws you side to side. You want to be a slightly heavier gear to help you to get the front wheel up the smooth controlled pedal stroke. The wheelie is one thing when you're pedaling on the back wheel, having a great time, impressing the crowd. The manual is something even harder to learn, and it's a very advanced skill to learn a manual and maintain that manual down the road. But it has a fundamental advantage for every rider in the trail, and that's a very short manual to get off a little drop off. And that's basically throwing the bike forward and just holding it there and letting your bike leave the drop off and land with two wheels. And the most basic way to practice that is to go off a pavement. So you throw the bike as your front wheel's leaving the pavement and you let the bike land with two wheels. So the manual is similar to the wheelie in that you're riding along on the back wheel, except that you're standing out of the saddle. All your weight is on your legs and your arms, nothing on your seat. And you're leaning a bit more further back, your knees are dropped, and it's very critical that you find that balance point. Because you're not pedaling, you can't get up to the balance point by pedaling. You've only got your brake to stop you from falling backwards and your legs to push the bike forward. It also starts with a throw. Throw the bike, drop your weight down and back, and start manually.
Thanks again, Harry. The wheelie is really tough, but the manual, that really is tricky. Good luck with your practice. I'm getting a little better at the wheelie, but there's one guy that's really given me some inspiration, apart from Harry of course, to practice more and more. His name's Mike Boyd. He's a YouTuber with an amazing channel. He's got a couple of mountain bike related videos and he's just a real inspiration. So check him out. I'm going to put a link to a few of his videos in the description below. This week I've got another easy question for you. Cleated pedals or flat pedals? Next week I'm in the UK and I'm going to be catching up with some old friends there, hopefully getting out on a mountain bike. I assume it's going to be colder and wetter than it is here in South Africa. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and this old man in Lycra will see you next time.